Weezy out of here. Weezy out of here.
Here on St. Patrick's Day, and it's an important holiday. Let me get up for the crowd.
We're not, there's no audio.
There's no
I did
audio.
mic checks and it was working.
What is going on?
We're restarting.
Is it live or no?
I think it is live.
Okay.
Mic check real quick.
One, two, one, two, one, two. Hey, George.
1 2 1 2.
Yeah.
Hello. Weezy out of here. Weezy out of here.
Welcome to Chatting with Chuck, where we talk about all the things. I am here with Georgia Walker Gray.
Hello.
So Georgia,
Yeah.
introduce yourself to the crowd and tell them what are you about?
Okay. My name is Georgia Walker Gray. I am a junior. I'm Irish, so that's what I'm doing here today.
Yeah,
Happy
and
St. Patrick's Day.
you're wearing green.
I am.
We're
I
both
am.
wearing green, so we're really in the spirit today. Yeah, St. Patrick's Day goes really way back in Irish folklore, right?
Yes, it does.
It's very far back.
Yeah, very, very historic.
Tell me about when you came to America and the potatoes and tell me about that.
Yeah. So I am Irish from both sides of my family. I'm pretty sure the ancestors, they came here when there was a famine.
Wow.
So everyone came here for work and food.
Holy.
Yeah, so the Irish, they're hard workers, I think. Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Irish.
Go Irish.
And today I actually have a box of Lucky Charms for us to share. It is a delicacy of American children and children everywhere, really.
Yeah.
And so we're going to pour one for the homies who can't be here with us today. So while this is pouring out, we'll come back and we're going to throw it over to ASB. Higher? Like this?
This is Paige,
And Eleanor.
back with the daily announcements. So first, we just wanted to wish you guys a happy St. Patrick's Day, but also yearbooks are on sale for $60. They are selling until March 21st. There is a limit of 161 yearbooks during this sale, so please buy your yearbooks before they run out. On the topic of yearbooks, if you want to show some love to our seniors, please buy them a grad ad. They are currently selling until March 21st, and you can buy them on school pay. There are steps that you have to take, and you can check out the Franklin HS yearbook account or the ASB Instagram for more info. The school pay link is posted on our Instagram as well. This announcement is for all students interested in a fun summer experience. Girls Who Code are now taking applications for their virtual summer immersion program and their self-paced summer program. If interested, please go to the counseling office for more information.
Hey Quakers, does learning about the brain and neuroscience through fun and interesting activities appeal to you? Does getting a free lunch with cool swag sound good to you? If so, then register for the Doctor for a Day Neuroscience event coming up Saturday, April 1st from 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the UW Health Sciences Education Building. If you want more information, come to the counseling office. The teens of the Seattle chapter of Jack and Jill of America Incorporated are excited to host the the Black to the Future Spring BSU Dance on March 24th, 2023 from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. The dance party will take place at Seattle Preparatory School, and we're hoping for a very large turnout of BSU students from across the greater Seattle area. The admissions price is only $10 per student. To purchase a ticket, go to the main office and talk with Miss JJ. There's a form you'll have to fill out, and it is in the attendance office. For more information, BSU meets every Friday in first lunch and advisory. If you're interested in joining BSU and planning events, getting service hours, and being a part of a community within the school, join BSU. Lastly, join us this weekend for Saturday School. We'll be here from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. this Saturday, March 18th. Come get support in all of your core classes. Lunch is provided. No need to register. Just go ahead and show up. Shoot for the stars. Get all A's and B's. Thank you, and have a great day, Quakers.
Thank you.
I'm really excited about those announcements, but I am really sad about no joke of the day today. I'm really disappointed in ASB, and I expect better next year. So, about St. Patrick's Day, we poured a cold one just for, Georgia and me to enjoy. It's a box of Lucky Charms. It's all dry.
Yeah.
No milk in the studio.
No milk.
No milk. So,
Yeah.
really, it's here. Watch this real quick, actually.
Yeah, you got it.
What's
You
your
got it.
favorite marshmallow of the Lucky Charm?
I like the blue ones. I like to pick them all out because then it dyes your mouth blue, and I just think it's like a more fun and enjoying experience,
Oh.
Get some color.
Yeah, I agree. And if you want to learn more about Lucky Charms and the history of Irish people, let's throw it over to a segment by Thorne.
So you may be seeing a lot of people in green today. You may be thinking, what's going on? Well, what's with all these clovers everywhere? Why are people pinching? Well, that's because it's St. Patrick's Day.
To say I must be on my way, so buy me beer or whiskey because I'm gone far away.
Before I get into all that, I'm going to give you a little backstory on why I'm here talking about this. My family is Irish. I grew up celebrating the customs and traditions that's been passed on. So I thought I would take it on me to explain what's going on with St. Patrick's Day, if you didn't know. So that's what I'll be doing in this video today. Thank you. Bless. Boom. So St. Patrick was a Roman, and he was enslaved by the British, brought to Ireland, and after he got his freedom, he decided to become a Catholic priest and worked in Ireland, spreading Catholicism and trying to convert a lot of the Druids in the area, because Ireland before was a pagan, Celtic, spiritual environment. And so he shows up, he's converting all these people. And I think that's an interesting part to highlight because, a lot of our holidays celebrate like colonial ideas, right? So I'm gonna highlight a bit of the stuff before. So Druid is actually a Celtic title that means tree or to know, and these people would hold the history of generations dating back to early civilizations back in Ireland. And so the Druids promoted nature, love, and these heavily spiritual ideas. And it's still practiced, it's still recognized, but Catholicism has taken over that whole area. Yeah, and so in honor of that, my family usually celebrates St. Patrick's Day with corned beef, baked cabbage and potatoes. We all get together and just celebrate each other, love each other, be with family. I also suggest maybe taking a walk in the woods, find a nice stump, do some self-reflection, because that's a big part of what the Druids would promote. Enjoy family, enjoy life, and I hope you guys have a happy St. Patrick's Day.
Hi, we're in Vancouver, Canada.
In Lucky Charms,
2023.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're really good. I rate it 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So what do you think about furries?
I support everyone just is gonna do what they want to do, and that's great. And no judge. Yeah, I think
No
it's great.
judgment, just
No
like
judgment
do your own
there.
thing?
Just do your own thing. Yeah.
That's actually a really
Yeah, and I'm
progressive standing on
yeah.
it. A lot of people But I feel like, we don't want to talk about that. We want to talk about positivity
Yeah.
here on this show. And a positive segment coming up is where Lourdes and Thorin actually went to a furry convention in, I think it was in Canada. Yeah.
In Canada.
In Canada. They
Wow.
traveled for that.
Safe
Yeah.
space.
Safe space. So, really, let's throw it over to that and
Yup.
see how that goes.
Hi, we're in Vancouver, Canada for FurryCon 2023. Introduce yourselves.
So, you might be thinking to yourself, what? Where is she? Why are there furries? Why is she with the furries? And for me to explain that to you, I have to go back to Tuesday of last week, Mr. Fam's class. So that Tuesday, I was sat next to my good buddy Finley, and instead of doing our work, we were on the topic of furries, as people often are. And come to find out, that coming Saturday was a furry convention being held in Vancouver, Canada. And when you have a joke with one of your friends that's like, oh my god, haha, unless, we might have taken our unless a bit too for real. So that following Saturday morning, I got up at the crack of dawn to be at Finley's house at 7 a.m. And when everyone else was there, we were ready. 5 teenagers in a car, no more than $50 to any of our names, no tickets to the FurryCon, and most importantly, no adult supervision. What could go wrong?
Hand is bandaged up. Could you help me with this chore? I brought him down to the native shop and brought him copies of the De La store.
Usually when people say, what could go wrong? Something right after that goes wrong. But like genuinely, nothing went wrong. We rode up and it was pretty good. We went through Mount Vernon and we stopped at a really cute cafe, got some baked goods, bought stickers and toys. Tyson brought spam musubi that I had for the first time, and it was so good. Going up from Washington to Canada was really so beautiful. We got to ride around and listen to whatever music we wanted, just having a lot of fun. It was great. So getting to the border was actually very smooth, and getting through it was even smoother. And there we were, in Canada. And all we needed to do then was just take a 40 more minute drive to the furry convention.
This is the bridge that takes you to Vancouver. Today we're going to the furry convention.
Finally, the furry convention, being held at the Sheraton Guildford Hotel in Vancouver, BC.
I love the way it flows. I love the way it grows. There's something in this sound that takes me far.
So, even before coming to the furry convention, I had a lot of questions that were unanswered and were hoped to be answered that day. Like, why did you become a furry? How did you get into it? Why did you choose that exact animal? What's this community all about? What's going on at this convention, even? And I wasn't going to leave without my questions being answered. So, I'm going to throw it back to the very beginning of this video to show you how my questions were answered.
Hi, my name's Arrow. I am a wolf, as you can see, and yeah.
Hi, my name's Mango. I'm usually a rabbit, but today I'm dressed up as a raccoon.
I'm Teddy.
I'm Arg.
What is your name?
I'm Rowdy.
Rowdy. Oh, you seem a little bit rowdy. Rowdy?
Easty.
I go by Eki. Cool, Eki. So, I'm wondering what brought you to FurCon today?
Just so you know, I'm not a furry. I'm not a furry. I'm not a furry. I'm not a furry.
The inclusion has always been wonderful. Just being able to take a time out and be a ridiculous animal, it's always a good time.
Tell me what's been the most exciting part about the con so far?
Being able to hang out with all my friends and everything. So being able to hang out, chill out, hang out, mess around, be fluffy animals. Yeah.
I really love Halloween myself, so like dressing up and just like acting like a character for a day is not enough for me.
So how did you initially get into the furry fandom or find yourself in this community?
So for me, it started off, does anybody here know the classic indie game Five Nights at Freddy's?
Oh, yep, that's my game.
Yeah, real. This guy gets it.
Funny story actually. I just saw furries getting ripped on like memes and stuff, and I was like, hey, That looks cool. That should be me.
So Teddy, tell us about your persona. Like, what's going on?
So my persona is just an expression of myself in a more masculine way. It's like a transgender expression of myself.
I paid off my student loans and I had some money and I wasn't going anywhere, so I was like, you know what? Let's do something crazy. Let's buy a fursuit.
I'm a fennec fox, and I'm very Eastery kind of colored. Very pastel. That's kind of goes hand in hand with my name, Easty.
The main question I got when I told people I was doing this was, why? Furries are weird. And really, to sum it up, I have to quote Wreck-It Ralph. While he's about to save the whole entire game of Sugar Rush while diving into a volcano fist first, he speaks the words, "I'm bad, and that's good. I will never be good, and that's not bad.
There's no one I'd rather be than me."
And I find that to be just like the furries. They're weird, but there's no one they'd rather be than them. Wreck-It Ralph and furries are like this, okay? I think the furries are cool, and I don't understand how you could look at a community having fun, being so expressive, loving themselves, harming no one, and just be like, I hate that. Why? I find furries to be admirable. All they do is just run around in their own form of self-expression to the highest capacity. They are themselves, 100%. They're bringing harm to no one, and I think they're doing nothing that is bad. And that's good. There's no one they'd rather be than them.
2, 3, that's good for 2023.
What's up? I'm Zane, and welcome back to another What's In What's Out.
You could
Oscars?
be a furry. What animal would you be?
Probably like a red-tailed lemur.
A red-tailed lemur.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those are cool. Is there any like other?
I don't know if I'd want to embody an animal though.
Yeah, I think leave it to nature.
I don't know.
Our opinions do not matter.
Okay.
Okay. Leah, what do you want to be as an animal?
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it like that before, but like off the top of my head, like a cat. I don't know. A dog. I don't know what you can do.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah, of course.
I heard you watched Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, yep, I did.
Yeah. You really like. What were you feeling the movie or like? Man?
Yeah. No, I thought it was a really good movie. I thought it definitely deserved the Oscars that it got.
Yeah. The Oscars came out actually recently. I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, the Oscars came out recently, and Everything Everywhere All at Once basically swept the show. Like a lot in well-earned praise because it was a great movie.
Yeah.
It had a lot of representation that I think is really needed a lot in the Oscars.
You know what I didn't know?
Yeah.
I didn't know that the kid in Star Wars was the dad in everything, that movie. I don't know. You know?
I didn't know that. The more you know.
The more you know.
Zane talked about the Oscars over at a segment called What's In What's Out Oscars Edition. Let's throw it over there.
What's up? I'm Zane, and welcome back to another What's In What's Out Oscars edition after the Oscars, because I kind of already did an Oscars. We're doing a recap. Last Sunday, the Oscars happened, and they kind of swept the floor. Like, it was good. I actually enjoyed it. One of the most iconic moments of the show, and one that's going pretty viral right now, is Best Supporting Actor, aka Ke Huy Quan winning. I was rooting for him the entire time. He is definitely like one of my favorite actors right now. When he went on stage and he gave that speech, crying, sobbing.
Mom, I just want an Oscar. Dreams are something you have to believe in. I almost gave up on mine. To all of you out there, please keep your dreams alive.
That was probably one of the most well-deserved Oscars, just flat down. I'm so happy for him. Since we're talking about Best Supporting Actor, I'm just gonna go straight to Actor in a Leading Role. The Best Actor in a Leading Role went to Brendan Fraser, and I was rooting for Paul Mescal. I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen, I watched After Sun, and if you haven't watched After Sun, I really recommend watching it. It's about this father and daughter, and I think it was very beautifully filmed, and Charlotte Wells definitely hit close to home with that one. And I'm glad that, he's back, and that's how he made it, and his speech was I thought he was going to break down on stage. I did. He did it. He almost did. Hey, let's go to the more difficult part, which is the actresses. The actresses. I love Jamie Lee Curtis, okay? She's fun, she's exciting, and I'm not saying she didn't deserve this Oscar, because for years she's been acting, and I think it was deserved, but I still think Angela Bassett or Stephanie Hsu should have won. But, on a better note, Michelle Yeoh won Best Actress in a Leading Role, and that was amazing, hands down. Love her, praise her. She's such a good actor. She's so talented, and she's in so many good movies, and just, hello? I'm happy. I'm very happy, and I think it was honestly so well deserved, and I'm very happy for her. So no thoughts, no contradictions there. Love you, Michelle Yeoh. So now that we've talked about the actors, let's get into the movies and stuff. So, as we know, the two things that sweep the floor was Everything Everywhere All at Once and All Quiet on the Western Front. I was kind of shocked that All Quiet on the Western Front sweep the floor like that. What I was mad about for a hot minute, still kind of mad about it, is that it won Best International Feature Film. I think Close should have won. Listen, I loved All Quiet on the Western Front. It was such a good movie, but y'all should watch Close. It's honestly an amazing story about two boys who are best friends, and as they enter a new stage of life, tragedy strikes between them, and you get to see the process of emotions, vulnerability, masculinity. It's all very sad. 6 Oscars for a war movie. Not saying it wasn't deserving, it was a good movie, I love that movie, but I mean, I'm still mad about Best International Feature Film. Okay, I'm gonna shut up about All Quiet on the Western Front. Let's kind of talk about Everything Everywhere All at Once, since it did sweep the floor. The Daniels won Best Original Screenplay and Best Director, which, by the way, well deserved. I also found out that Daniel Kwan wrote Swiss Army Man, which is an iconic movie, by the way. I made my family watch it, and now they don't trust what I put on the movie. Also because I made them watch Tusk, but that's a different story. I think that was an iconic speech for both of them.
Specifically, my mom and dad, Ken and Becky, thank you for not squashing my creativity when I was making really disturbing horror films or really perverted comedy films or dressing in drag as a kid, which is a threat to nobody.
The world is opening up to the fact that genius does not stem from individuals like us on stage, but rather genius emerges from the collective. We are all products of our context. We are all descendants of something and someone, and I want to acknowledge my context, my immigrant parents.
Happy for both of them because it was so well deserved, and it was just awesome, and I was so happy. I had a big grin on my face the entire time, and love. I'm gonna get into some more of the tea of the Oscars and some of my opinions. Here are some highlights of the show that I thought was really funny, and it was Jimmy Kimmel harassing Malala.
Damon peanut butter on set to make it look like he's talking. That's Cocaine Bear, leave Malala alone. Come on. All right, we got to get this guy out of here.
Well, I didn't think that was funny. It was just kind of weird. It was a given that Avatar was gonna win Best Visual Effects because, $4 million budget for just effects. And I'm not saying that you have to have a good budget to have good visual effects, but when it comes to James Cameron, he's gonna get that money and then he's just gonna not show up. Let's be honest, he hasn't made a good movie in his entire life. Titanic, it's a real story that happened and they just added a cliche romance into it. The second Avatar was an exact remake of the first one, and even though it got nominated for Best Picture, bro didn't show up to the Oscars. I'm sorry, but if I got nominated for Best Picture and I didn't show up to the Oscars, I'd be low-key embarrassed. But he's not, because he has a superiority complex and I don't like him. I may dislike Steven Spielberg, but I dislike, aka do not like at all, Quentin Tarantino even more. All over my feed on Instagram, I'm seeing Quentin Tarantino making a new movie, Quentin Tarantino making his final movie, Quentin Tarantino's making nobody cares! Nobody wants another movie from Quentin Tarantino!
I love Quentin Tarantino.
Okay. You know what? I can't remember right now. What's the? Yeah. Can we find this and then I want to redo it so I can say it and I look like I know what I'm talking about. I love Quentin Tarantino. My favorite movie, Jackie Brown.
I would like to cover some more stuff, but there's not really much to cover else. My name's Zane. This is What's In, What's Out. Pretty much everything in here was in, except for Quentin Tarantino. Slightly Steven Spielberg. I'm kind of getting over my hatred for you, I guess. James Cameron's still out. Jamie Lee Curtis, I don't know how to feel about you anymore. Love you still, though. I don't know. Okay, my name's Zane. This is What's In, What's Out, and I'm out.
And welcome back. Georgia, do you play any spring sports?
I do not, but I do go to the gym.
You go to the gym?
Yeah,
I go to the gym too. Working out is a lot of fun. Let's throw it over to Franklin Sports Journal.
What's going on, Quakers? I'm Cash.
And I'm Callister.
And welcome back to Franklin Sports Journal.
Cash and I are still in the thick of our spring sports coverage, and we have some news for you about upcoming spring sports games.
We got baseball on March 22nd with their first game of the season at Brighton Field.
We got boys soccer with their first game of the season, March 22nd at Franklin.
We got track and field with their first game of the season on March 23rd, or first meet of the season on March 23rd at Chief South.
And we got tennis's first game of the season, March 22nd at Rainier Playfields.
And lastly, we have lacrosse with their first game on March 28th here at Franklin.
Softball and lacrosse both had their first games yesterday, and they're going to have many more to come, so keep showing up and supporting your Quakers. Cash and I had some good conversations with student athletes this week, and I talked with some of our Franklin soccer players, so let's cut to that. I'm here with Jed Couture of the Franklin soccer team. Jed, you were injured last year. Yes. Tell us a little bit about what it's like to not be injured this year and to be able to play for your school.
It's a blessing to be out on the soccer field, fully healthy. It was hard last year just watching from the sidelines, and I'm glad I'm 100% this year so I can give it my all and hopefully help us win some games.
Thank you very much. Nate, please tell us a little bit about why this soccer season is so special and one thing that stands out to you about this team.
This season, it's special to me because it's my senior year and I've been playing soccer since freshman year. And I mean, I'm not the best, but we're always working out here. And what's special about this season specifically is previous season we didn't have that many people out here, but this season we had some new people. As you can see behind me, we have a lot of freshmen trying out this year, which is always great. And I love to see the young, what's it called, talent. You know what I mean? Yeah. So.
Now, if you had to choose one freshman that really encapsulates the hard work and Quaker spirit that you're so proud of, who would you choose?
I don't think I would choose anyone because this guy's pretty good. His name is Christian. But
hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
I don't want to pick favorites or nothing. He's really good, though. I mean, I'll give him a little shout out. But yeah, I'd say Christian, locked in.
Hello, Christian.
Hello.
Tell us a bit about your experience. Tell us a little bit about your experience with Franklin soccer.
It's good. I like it. I'm a freshman, and I'm on the first team, so let's go for more.
What position do you play?
Well, I'll play anywhere, but now I'm playing center mid.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your interview, Christian.
Let's go, Quakers.
So soccer actually had their preseason game yesterday where they beat Cleveland 2-0, and it was a great time. Cash, didn't you talk to some baseball players this week?
I did. I had the pleasure of talking to some good friends of mine on the baseball team, and I just asked them a couple questions about how the season was going and how they were looking, and this is what I got. What's going on, Quakers? I'm here with Marcelo of the baseball team. Marcelo, tell me how the team's looking this year.
We're looking pretty good this year. Most of us know what we're doing now, so it's better practices. Team's going to be pretty good this year.
Absolutely terrific. Marcelo, can I hear a little bit about the pitchers, how we're throwing this year?
We're looking pretty good this year. You know, Theo's looking pretty good on the mound with his blonde hair. Evan, he's got some nice off-speed pitches that strike people out. Overall, I think our pitching is going to be pretty good this year, too.
Well, thank you, Marcelo. I'm glad to have you.
Thank you.
I'm here with Omar Abdurrahman, a.k.a. O-Bizzle. O-Bizzle, please, tell me about the freshmen we have this year.
Well, we got a nice group of freshmen on the team. Future Franklin baseball looking.
Thank you. And now, can you please show me your best home run celebration?
Oh, good segment, Cash. Aaliyah, what are you doing here?
Whoa! Hi, Callister. I'm here to replace Cash.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about college basketball.
I would love to.
So the first round of March Madness happened yesterday, and it was mad. 13 seed Virginia upset 4 seed Furman. 13 seed Furman upset 4 seed Virginia, which is exactly 5 years apart from when they lost as the number 1 overall seed, which is the only time it has ever happened in March Madness history. Virginia is starting to develop a reputation for choking when it comes to the playoffs. And maybe the more exciting upset is that number 15 seed Princeton upset 2 seed Arizona, which does not look good for the Pac-12. I had Arizona going to the Elite 8 in my bracket. Aaliyah, how far did you have Arizona going?
I had them going all the way to the national championships.
Wow, that is incredible. I mean, only like 0.002% of perfect brackets remain. So I guess I'm not getting that $1 billion from Warren Buffett. Oh well. That's all we have here today from Franklin Sports Journal, and we'll see you guys next week.
I really appreciate the news in the sports every week, like every 2 weeks. Like, they really kill it over here. I love you guys. Georgia, we're about to close out the show.
All right.
Is there any final words you have for the audience?
It's been really fun. I hope everyone enjoys the sunshine, takes care of themselves.
Yeah, you heard it, y'all. Get outside and stay Franklin, or stay
Franklin all day,
every day.
All right.